So let's talk about Social Security increases, because that is what it looks like is going to be happening very soon. Now, I want to break down a few things. We need to talk about the Social Security insolvency date and what President-elect Donald Trump is doing to either increase benefits or, like certain groups are saying, that he's actually going to cause Social Security to become insolvent about 6 years sooner. So instead of in 2033 or 2034, it's going to be 6 years earlier, which again would be catastrophic to millions of people because they would lose about 23% of their benefits. That would be huge and it would be insane. Now, I'll break all this down in just a moment. Also, good news here that there has been a Social Security bill passed. I want to explain why this is good news and who this could impact very soon. But again, all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So is it true that a bill has just been passed that would benefit Social Security beneficiaries? The answer is yes. Look at this right here. It says House passes Social Security bill, but will the Senate? Right now, there hasn't only been a bill that's been proposed and passed in the House, but it looks like the Senate is going to take this under and take it into consideration. The good news about this is something that both the House and the Senate have been arguing for some time, but Democrats are saying we need to get this done immediately. Now, whether it does, well, that's something we have to wait and see. Now, I'm going to explain more on this in just a moment, okay? Because again, this is important, but that's not the most important thing that they're discussing right now. Look at this, and this is extremely important as well. 73% of workers worry Social Security won't be able to pay retirement benefits. What we now know is that more and more Americans are worried that they keep paying into a system that when they reach full retirement age will not be there when they get there. Okay? I'm in my 30s, and so for somebody like me who, am I going to get Social Security benefits when I reach full retirement age of age 67, 68, 69, 70, whatever it may be? I don't know. But yet I continue to pay into the system, right? Now, here's the reason why I really wanted to talk about this and talk about Social Security today. Because a lot of people are saying that the Social Security, the cost of living adjustment for 2025 is just not enough. Right? They're concerned that these little increases, okay, they're just not enough. There's so much money they're leaving behind because the federal government isn't giving them what they actually deserve. Now, here's where things get interesting. Here's what's about to happen. President-elect Donald Trump is going to put together a new, not really agency, but a committee. This committee is called the Department of Government Efficiency. Okay? Look at this right here. It says federal employees brace for potential mass layoffs in Trump's second term. This mass layoff that they're about to experience and go through, it's going to be big. This will be huge. I want to read this to you. Okay? It says federal employees are anticipating significant upheaval as President-elect Donald Trump prepares to return to the White House. Many workers are anxious about potential mass dismissals and drastic changes to the federal workforce, recalling the challenges they faced during Trump's first term. Well, he has put together the Department of Government Efficiency, led by Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, aimed at slashing regulations, cutting jobs, and restructuring federal agencies. According to Ramaswamy, he says that there will be significant changes. We are about to see a massive downsizing and what he says is wildly unlawful practices in the United States government. According to Elon Musk, he is saying that he wants to reduce the number of federal agencies by approximately 75%. Okay. Will we see the Social Security Administration go away? No, we won't. That is something that we're paying into. Keep in mind, and I think the last report was like, there's like $2.9 trillion or something like that. That was in the Social Security Trust Fund. Well, that trust fund only pays out money if there's a deficit. Okay? If there's a deficit between the amount of revenue that's brought in versus the amount of money that's paid out, that is where the Social Security Trust Fund pays. The issue is every single year that trust fund has to be used to pay Social Security beneficiaries. Now, here's where things get interesting. What does the Department of Government Efficiency have to do with Social Security? Well, this bill that was passed by the House, it's going to increase the amount of money that they pay out. Okay? What about the amount of money they are bringing in, the revenue? Well, that's where things get interesting. Now, according to experts, what they are now saying is that the Department of Government Efficiency is likely going to lay off tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of federal employees. Not to try to stifle the government, not to try to limit growth. They are saying that there's a good chance that more than half of the employees that are employed by the federal government are not needed. They aren't working to their fullest potential. They aren't efficient. They come into work, they clock in, they do a little bit of work, they sit there, whatever, right? They spend the majority of their time doing no work. They're not contributing to the economy. Now, I'm not a federal employee. If you are a federal employee and you think, you know what, I do get paid quite a bit and I don't do a lot of work. Okay, let me know down in the comment section below, because I know a lot of people that do work for the federal government, some of which are saying that they don't know what how they get paid, why they get paid, because really they don't do much. Okay? Now, this is where the Department of Government Efficiency will come in, figure out which agencies are not very efficient, which agencies could use some changes, and then they will lay off those people. They will eliminate wasted funds. But this is where it comes back to Social Security. How would we then redistribute those funds? Where would they go? Number one, people say, well, we need to just pay down our federal deficit. $30+ trillion is too much. We have to pay it down. Okay, we could do that. We could now do that because we just laid off tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of employees, federal government employees. We could do that. Next one, we could reduce federal taxes, right? Reduce income taxes, so now you're not paying as much. We could eliminate taxes on tips and overtime income and on your Social Security benefits, right? Those are all things we can do. Here's the next one. We could increase benefits. Increase benefits to things like Social Security, Medicare, right? We could do those. Or we could do a mix of all three of those, right? We could pay down our federal deficit slowly. We could reduce federal income taxes. We could do that. And increase benefits like Social Security and Medicare, right? That's what they're discussing. Now, there's going to be a lot of pushback from people that aren't retired that say, you know what? I don't need to increase. I don't need an increase to my benefits. I don't need that. But what if we didn't actually increase benefits and say, okay, we give every single person an additional maybe $100 a month, right? That's what President Biden promised when he first was campaigning to be president. This was over 4 years ago. But what if we didn't do an actual increase to benefits like that? What if we changed the way that the cost of living adjustment was calculated, right? That would mean a Social Security increase. What if we changed it so that, if you have X amount of dollars in the bank, you're not losing any of your benefits, right? Or what if you can work, and it's not just full retirement age, you can work, make as much money as you want, and you don't lose any of your benefits? What if even at early retirement. You don't lose any of your benefits. You don't lose $1 for every $2 you make over the certain threshold. This is what we're talking about. And the reason why I bring this up is simple. There's many different groups out there that are saying that President-elect Trump's plan to eliminate taxes on tips, eliminate taxes on overtime income, and eliminate taxes on Social Security benefits, that would actually cause Social Security to become insolvent by about 6 years earlier. Okay? Now, again, that would be troubling, but if there's another plan, and the plan is, let's eliminate government waste, okay? Let's eliminate the federal spending waste, and we can use that money to provide for Social Security beneficiaries, to the 60 plus million people that are counting on this money to survive. Because keep in mind, if we don't make a change to Social Security by 2034, we are going to see Social Security benefits get slashed by about 22 to 23%. That'd be huge. That'd be devastating. Now, I want to say one last thing. This bill that was passed, okay, this one right here, the reason why I showed you this is for one simple reason. This would actually increase the likelihood that Social Security becomes insolvent sooner. Because this right here, it's called the Social Security Fairness Act, okay? It's right here, Social Security Fairness Act. Right now, it would impact about 2.5 million retirees, and it would increase Social Security payments for firefighters, police officers, teachers, right? Because if you get a pension, okay, you lose your benefits in your Social Security, okay? So again, this is now being discussed, but the good news is Congress is now discussing Social Security and trying to do something for it because they understand how important this is to millions and millions of people. So we'll see what happens moving forward, but right now, the one thing I can tell you is that this Department of Government Efficiency could mean good things for Social Security and Medicare moving forward. But there's going to be a lot of pushback. There's going to be a lot of, no, we can't do this because this is going to increase costs. Well, guess what? This may increase costs over here, but it's going to decrease costs here. And in the end, the goal is to be able to actually put more money into the things that are needed, not waste it on employees that aren't doing anything, waste it on programs that aren't really helping the American people. That's what we're trying to do at this time. So we'll see what happens moving forward, but that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.